Hey, today I'll be covering the newest major order, as well as talk about the next patch. We'll talk about some huge Illuminate leaks that you do not want to miss, as well as some interesting stuff with the Automatons. If you find the video enjoyable at any point, consider giving it a like by tapping the thumbs up button below. Well, would you look at that? We have succeeded. At first, I thought we were going to fail because of the new planet, or better yet, the new biome, I should say. And with that, we do have a new major order as well as a briefing. We are first going to check out the success message, check out the briefing, then find out what the major order is. So right here we have the success, which says, the Helldivers have successfully achieved a significant reduction in terminate population levels, proving the efficacy of targeting terminate nurseries directly. Many once infested planets are now ready for our citizens to settle. This is the first step towards terminate containment and the long-lasting prosperity it will bring our citizens. So nothing too big with that. Just, hey, we succeeded. The citizens will now have a place to settle, which is really nice. But nothing too crazy. Well, let's go ahead and check out the briefing. For the briefing, it states, the Automatons have been making incursions into the Xar sector, invading the same territory we liberated from their initial vanguard. If successful, they could reactivate their defunct factories and defile the memorial of Malevolent Creek. Whatever their aims, they must be stopped. Okay, what we're gonna do here is actually defend these two planets at the top, which we could lose one planet, potentially, if we do not defend it. Well, that is if we do have to defend a planet, but right now, as I am making this video, we do have to liberate Mort and Ingmar. And honestly, this major order is quite easy, in my opinion. It doesn't seem to be that difficult, considering we just have to liberate the two planets at the top. However, if you take a look at the major order, specifically the order overview, it says, designated planets must be under Super Earth control when order expires. So we will need to make sure that we have all of these planets under control, and that they are liberated, or if we're in the process of defending, we need to make sure that we have successfully liberated those planets. So with that being said, this is the major order, and yeah, it seems easy to me. Next, we're going to talk about the updates. So if you guys have missed out on the previous video, well, the community manager has confirmed next week we should expect an update, and this will most likely contain a fix for the spear, ballistic shield, crashing. I mean, there could be some more fixes, of course, but we'll find out once it's available, and I will update you guys on that. Most likely, you can expect this update to arrive on Tuesday, but there is a potential chance it could pop up Wednesday. However, I believe we will see the update on Tuesday. We are now going to continue on and talk about some leaks. If you guys would like to leave now, absolutely do so, because I do not want to ruin the story for you guys. So obviously, I'm leaving in a spoiler warning here so you guys know what to do. Anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and check out the newest leaks. We are first going to bring up the Illuminate and the black hole or singularity. So with that being said, this right here comes straight from Asunder over at Helldivers 2 Leaks. You can join the Discord, or you can also join the Reddit forums as well. What we can see right here is the original post by Asunder, and he states at the top, quote, will slowly be updated with new info and older info that shall remain hidden until it's time for it to be shown. Then below we have a string file here that was extracted from the Helldivers 2 files, and right here this is the first line. I'm not worried about these Illuminate sightings. If they come back, we'll send them back in like we did in the first Galactic War. So right here, nothing too big, but the next line is going to be quite revealing, and I think you guys are going to be excited about this. Next, it says, what I am about to share with you is of the highest order of secrecy. Our analysts have detected Illuminate energy readings in the area surrounding the singularity created by the dark fluid. The possibility of their survival is now raised. If you guys remember the black hole that we created, or it was supposed to be, well, it turns out that right there is supposed to be the gateway for the Illuminate to run right on through. We basically opened up a portal for them to travel on through. Moving along, we do have some more information. Right here at the top it says, Helldiver, the Illuminate have returned. They are an ancient enemy, one we had believed was annihilated. It's official now, we're fighting the Illuminate too. In addition to the bugs and bots, a three-front conflict. just like the First Galactic War. When will these aliens learn? If we were to look at the Galactic War map, most likely the Illuminate are going to find themselves placed at the bottom, and we should see the Terminates on the right and the Automatons on the left as usual. If the developers were to add a fourth faction, this might turn out to be the most craziest war ever in Helldivers history, and it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens next. Speaking of next, right here we have the next line that says, they say the Illuminate spent the last 100 years building back up their forces, preparing to return. Hey, maybe you'll finally have a challenge. Hey, Helldiver. No one could have predicted the return of the Illuminate. This is why I always say military spending should be at least twice what you think you need, just in case a 100-year-old alien species you thought was dead comes back. Oh boy, yeah, these Illuminate are definitely going to be a challenge, so if you thought the bots were quite difficult, just imagine fighting the Illuminate because they are going to be just as tough, if not even stronger. Anyways, continuing on, this is what it says next. One step closer to deterring the Illuminate threat. The Illuminate have returned, but their autocratic intentions remain shrouded in mystery. We can't let the Illuminate do whatever they're doing. Everyone knows the Illuminate were wiped out after the First Galactic War. The official record states it's very clearly, they say at the end of the war, the Illuminate were absolutely 100% destroyed. How can something survive being 100% destroyed? My theory is that we potentially may have opened up a portal to a different timeline, a different universe. You know, the whole simulation theory, essentially, right? Maybe that's what we're playing into here. Maybe there's a different universe out there where the Illuminate have survived and we have been taken out. So there is a possibility of that, and that is what I'm thinking must have happened. Because, think about it, how can you destroy something 100% and have it still remain? This right here is where the different universe comes into play, at least in my opinion. Potentially they came from a different universe where we failed and they succeeded. What are your thoughts about this? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Let's have a great discussion about it because I would like to know what you think about this Illuminate leak. We do have some more information, so let's continue on. The next line says, the Illuminate are ancient alien species whose existence predates humanity by millennia. In the First Galactic War, they attacked Super Earth without provocation. Thanks to the Helldivers, they were ultimately destroyed, or so we thought. And again, you can tell that there's some confusion as to how they popped up again, and again with that, my theory is different universe. Moving along, right here, the next line says, the Illuminate clearly aspired to reanimate the corpse of their ancient civilization. They must be stopped. Much about our foe has changed since the Illuminate last threatened Super Earth. No doubt they have spent the past century preparing for their return. Senator John Killjoy Jr. declares the Illuminate are back, and they bring with them the threat of total annihilation, which is why I say let's annihilate them first. Now, what I find intriguing about this is the line right here that says, much about our foe has changed since the Illuminate last threatened Super Earth. We could potentially see some big changes with the Illuminate, so they could potentially have some new equipment, new items, new things to use against us. Things that we didn't expect to be on the battlefield will probably be there on the battlefield, and I think that right there is going to make things a bit more intense, and we'll see exactly what happens as time goes on, but really, this right here is some good news. Not only that, but this could also mean they have changed quite a bit over time, or they have truly came from a different universe where they have evolved differently. That could be a possibility. And lastly, we have two lines here that say, the Illuminate long ago anointed themselves galactic shepherds. In their twisted minds, Super Earth is an existential threat that must be destroyed. Objective insanity that jeopardizes the entire galaxy. According to historical texts, the Illuminate society is strictly hierarchical. Their leaders may be over 1,000 years old. But ancient though they may be, their return has sealed their doom. And that's really it when it comes down to the leaks, specifically for the Illuminate. But this right here is some tasty information, guys, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it quite a bit. Again, this leak comes straight from Asunder. Credit to him, as well as everybody over there at the Helldivers 2 leaks. We're now going to continue on, and this time we're going to talk about the Automatons, because apparently they have access to an orbital cannon. Yeah, not kidding. Right here it says, the Automatons are using large orbital cannons in this area to bombard our super destroyer. We cannot allow our aerospace superiority to be challenged. Deploy it to the area and destroy any active orbital cannons. Set the orbital cannon to manual fire. The Automatons are using this orbital cannon to bombard our forces from space, destroy the cannon, and let freedom continue to spread its glorious wings unfettered. Neutralize orbital cannon. So yeah, at some point the Automatons will have access to an orbital cannon, which can obviously be sent down at any point because we do it all the time. Of course, there's a cooldown. What I wonder is if we do fail to stop them, will they gain access to an orbital cannon at all times, so that the battlefield is definitely going to be a bit trickier? That's what I would like to know. This is your Helldivers 2 news. We're now going to talk about the top 3 comments from the previous video. If you guys would like to be featured in the next video, all you have to do is comment down below, and you might get a chance to speak your voice essentially on the channel. The first comment is by Wind is Calm. This user says, fun fact, the Super Destroyers were made entirely from General Brash's pure democratic intellect. The second comment is by FGI Yuff. This person says, I like to think that anytime someone calls down a 380mm barrage, it's actually General Brash throwing them out of the destroyer, anger fueled with the absolute hatred of automatons and terminids. And last but not least, we have Kobani and Meowie, who says, fun fact, General Brash killed 3 Biotines with 1 throwing knife. And I guess today was the General Brash comment section. So yeah, if you guys would like to speak your voice on the channel like these folks have, all you have to do is comment down below. Thank you guys for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.